Why first-time home buyers lose by waiting. If you're a first-time home buyer, people usually tell themselves or think that they're competing with other buyers out there. Basically, you're competing with time, and most people don't realize how expensive that is. There's a saying in investing, and it's time in the market, not timing the market. This is something I heard in the stock market. When I first heard it, I had to let that sink in. I've never heard about it before. We didn't talk about these things in school, how people build wealth. It's time in the market, not timing the market, and that absolutely works in real estate. I would say if you're going to move to a new area, you don't know if you're going to stay, you're only going to be there for a year or two, maybe buying a house isn't the best thing. But if you're going to be in an area for any particular amount of time, 5 to 10 years, buying real estate and building up the wealth in real estate really is a good idea. A lot of first-time homebuyers get stuck waiting for interest rates to drop, prices to come down, the perfect home to show up. So they keep renting, keep researching, keep telling themselves, I'll buy when things get better. But while you're waiting, nothing is building in your favor. Because when you don't own, you're missing out on the biggest wealth building opportunity there is, and that is equity over time. With that, the one point that I just want to really touch on is about the people waiting for the perfect house. You have to find a house that suits you, but if it's your first home, you really shouldn't buy your dream house. You shouldn't. I've seen a lot of people say, I'm going to wait till I can find a house. Generally, prices don't come down. They may be coming down a little bit. We might be, right now, prices are adjusting down a little bit, unless you're in a huge housing crash, which we don't anticipate happening. We did have one back in 07, 08. That was a housing crash where values dropped significantly. But right now, we don't see that happening. So there's another thing that when you're building equity and time, this book touches on it. The Funny Money book sounds a little negative. Building wealth in a system rigged to keep you broke. This is all about the debasement of the currency, where the government prints more money, diluting the value of our money. That's why you hear, back in the 70s, people used to buy houses for in the $30,000 range, and houses were available back in the 40s. They were, buy them out of Sears catalog for $8,000 or something like that. And now the average home price is in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. So anyways, that's because this system is designed, or all fiat money systems around the world, to where they debase the currency. With that, the more they debase the currency, the more prices of everything have gone up. And we've seen that over the last few years. So buying that house that is not the perfect house, and that leads into that first house can actually become your first investment house. And it's another topic that I talk about on this show. Instead of buying an investment house, you buy your first house, a simpler house, more affordable house, and you use that owner-occupied loan for 5% down versus an investor loan for 20%. And keep the house after, buy another house for 5% down, and turn that first house into an investment house. Let's think about two buyers. One who waits 5 years for the perfect moment, and the other who buys a solid, affordable house now. 5 years later, the second buyer has built equity, benefited from appreciation, gained experience, and the first buyer, they're still trying to time the market. 5 years can it goes by relatively fast, but it can make a big difference in building wealth and equity. And that first person could, if they wanted to sell that house, take that equity, roll it into the next one, be able to afford more of a house, have that homeowner's experience. And I can tell you, the second one is not as nerve-wracking as the first one. So with that all being said, this is The Growth Broker, bringing you advice on real estate related subjects, and keep an eye out for the next show, and have a great day.